Hi, welcome to Gemara here. We are learning Gemara Shabbos, and we are in the last page of Mefanim. Perek Mefanim, the 18th Perek of Masechet Shabbos. We're in the last page. Baruch Hashem, so nice here today in the Me'am Lo'ez community in Ramat Beit Shemesh. Thank you to everybody who came to listen to Shir. Everybody in Torah anytime. This Shir is Le'ilui Nishmas Mefadim Menachem ben Akiva, and for the quick release of all the hostages, Bezos Hashem, and coming of Mashiach. We're learning about the Kozas Dam. There used to be a minhag, bloodletting. Bloodletting used to be very common in the times of the Gemara. Today it is less so. It's debatable whether one should try and do a Kozas Dam today. Apparently, most opinions say that what used to work in the times of the Gemara does not work today. Do not go into bloodletting if you care about your health, if it's a big amount, if it's a large amount of blood. However, a small amount of blood may be healthy today too, from personal experience and from what I've heard from others. So let's go into the Gemara now. We are in the third line, the third wide line in Daf Kuf Chaf Tes Amud Aleph in Maseches Shabbos. Rav Ushmuel Damet Ravayu. Yes, you have it. Rav Ushmuel both said, Rav Ushmuel both are in agreement. Kol HaMekil Besuda Sakozas Dam. Whoever is mekel, whoever is too lenient, whoever is careless about the seuda of a kozas dam, then we're going to explain what that means. Seuda, mekilin l'maznoisav min hashamayim. So Hashem lo aleinu will be careless and too lax with giving him money for food min hashamayim. What does that mean? After a person did bloodletting, the idea of bloodletting we see many times is to basically free the person from the heaviness of the blood, whatever that means. I'm not sure in today's terms, but something to help the blood circulation be lighter. Yeah, once a month used to be considered healthy to let out some blood. On the other hand, the person becomes weaker. That's what we're going to see later, that older people should do the kozas dam less frequently, right? The kozas dam gets the person to be very cold and weak. So in order to balance that and bring back the power to the person, the koyach, the vigor, so the person's supposed to eat good food. We spoke about before, meat, wine, etc. Spleen, supposed to eat good, healthy things that blood related. By the way, today too, they say that women who lose blood, the people in general who have blood issues should eat red meat. I know that for women reasons and other people too, red meat is like good because it's good for blood issues. That I know for a fact. Also, but I'm talking here what the Gemara says, also true. And then here too, if the person wants to be miserly and punkt not spend money on the important seuda that's there to help him regain his koach, his strength, Hashem will say, you don't care about your health? The Oimrim, look what the Gemara says. People in the Shemaim, they say, Hu al chayev lo yichas. He doesn't care about his own life. Ani ochos olov. Why should I take care of him? Hashem doesn't help people who don't help themselves. The way you behave, Hashem behaves with you. That's the idea. Like Bosel, we see it many times. Remember we learned in Naf Kuf Chaf Zayin Amud Beis. We saw a person who's merachim, who's dan lekaf schus other people. Hashem will dan him lekaf schus, etc., etc. A person who behaves in a chesed, Hashem will do chesed to him. You show you care about your health, so too Hashem will care about you. Rav Shmuel Damet Ravayu, another statement by Rav Shmuel regarding Hakozas Hadam, and Shmuel was a doctor. Hayman David Milsa, a person who does the milsa, the thing, meaning the bloodletting, lo leisiv hechad karich zika. He should not sit where the wind is karich, where the wind is like wrapped around, a place that's wrapped around in wind, meaning a place where the wind is all over, blowing all around, lekorich, in a cold place. Don't sit in a place which is windy. Rashi brings an example, a place which is, let's say, an open, a house with a lot of open windows, Don't be in a place which is very, susceptible to wind and cold. Why? Dil meshafi le'umna. Sometimes the umna, the doctor, shafi le'umna, takes out he basically siphons out of the body. Umukim le'arvi also. He only leaves you in the body one revi dam. I don't know how that is possible, but he leaves you a very, very minimal amount of blood. He takes out too much, and then he's not healthy. Then the wind comes. If you sit in a windy place, the wind will come. The wind will take from you also the coldness of the wind, take some of your blood energy also, takes from that little bit that's left, the wind will take even less because it says a person can live by Ravi's dam. Again, it's a very small amount, so I don't know what it means. Maybe Ravi's dam, besides the minimum, they say a very small amount of blood, the minimum you can stay, the wind may cause more of a blood loss. You come to danger because of blood loss. People can die from blood loss. So that's why after causes Saddam, don't sit in a cold place, but in a warm place. Shmuel, now another story about Shmuel. Shmuel Avarogil ve'ovad milsa bebeisa. Shmuel always used to, whenever he would do the milsa, that medical treatment, bebeisa deshav levinia ve'aricha. In a house that was surrounded with walls. They were so thick, each wall had 7 layers of levanim. A levena halachically, a brick, the beginning of Baba Basra, is 3 tefachim long. So you have 7 times 3, that way, yeah. The aricha. Aricha is half, ariach is half a levena. So each one would have 3 times 7.5, right? Like 21 tefachim and a half. That was the thickness of the walls. Why? Well, we just said why. Because you need to have a lot of insulation between the bloodletting place and the cold of the outside. Yom Echada, excuse me. Yom Echada, Obad, one time he did the bloodletting, the angish benafshe. Says Rashi, hirgish shu nechlash. He felt weaker than usual after that bloodletting. Bodak, he checked the situation of the walls, he checked the thickness of the walls. The chosar chad aricha. Wow, one ariach of half a tefach was missing, and that already ariach is half a brick, half a brick. A brick is leven, half a brick was missing, and that made all the difference. Like they say this story about the great musician, he could tell the difference between whether there's 16 or 15 violins in the orchestra. Those who know, they know. A mumcha couldn't tell, right? So Rav, the Shmuel, the doctor, felt that half ariach missing, half a levena, that's what made him too cold. Rav Shmuel Damitavayu, another statement by both Rav Shmuel. Haiman the Ovid Milsa, a person who's been through bloodletting, lit midi, he should taste something, right after the bloodletting, the hadar leipuk, and only afterwards he should go out. Before you leave the doctor's house, the bloodletter, make sure you eat something and then go out to the, big wide world. Why? Dilo toimidi, if he doesn't taste anything, he's weak. And that weakness is also something spiritual. Ipoga b'shachva, let's aleinu, I don't know why, he's going to meet a dead person. I haven't seen the Meforshim or the Agarita, I'm sorry I didn't get to do that, but let's say he comes across a dead body, Yanka Ape, then his face will turn green. He'll be so weak, his face will go green. He's going to get like some kind of machla of green face from seeing the dead person. Ipoga b'man dekotel nafsha, if he's going to meet a murderer, you see a Hamas guy, you see a murderer, he's going to die himself. Just by looking at the murderer and the bad energy, and him being susceptible because of losing his blood. Remember, what's blood? Adamu nefesh. Blood is the most spiritual part, in a way, of our body, not about the brains. It says damu nefesh. You're not allowed to eat one explanation of why aren't we allowed to eat the blood of animals. It's just too ruchni, it's too high for us to eat. Yeah, of course. So I'm looking at the Forshim and the Chumash, at least one, if not, I don't remember who, but for sure they say. Dam is nefesh. Dam is relatively more, you see the blood. The blood shows everything about you, your blood type, right? The blood is all, these are personality, they say. Yeah? Today they say, yeah, for sure. Blood types, they tell about personality. Yeah, read about it. So the kids, what? Yeah, so there's also Lefi the blood. Also blood. You go for a blood test. You can say everything about your health, right? As opposed to other tests. Yeah. So maybe that too. Maybe it's connected. In any event, if you're missing some of your blood and you did not regain your power by your strength by eating, you're susceptible to bad energy. If you meet the dead person, you're gonna go green. If you meet a murderer, you're going to die. Ipoga bedovo acher. If you're going to come across a pig, lo aleinu, a chazer, kosher ledover acher, then something else, dover acher, may hit you. What's the bracha? Tzaras. You may come across, you may chalila, yeah, get affected by tsaras because chazirim and tsaras are very connected. The Gemara in Kiddushin says chazirim, they have all the tsaras in the world. There are two tumas, yeah. So you always have to eat after going through the bloodletting process. Then you're stronger, and then you can go meet all the sekonos in the world. Rav Shmuel Darmitavayu, another statement of Rav Shmuel regarding our inyan of Akoza Saddam. Rav Shmuel Darmitavayu, Ayman David Milsa, a person who has been through bloodletting, Li Shiputa V'Adar Leikum. He should stay a little bit puta, stay seated or lying down, stay where you are, V'Hadar Leikum. And after you stayed for a few minutes, puta a little bit, then get up. Don't get up straight after Hakoza Saddam. Why? Because we say, Chamisha Dvorim, there are five things, five things are closer to death than to life. Even though these five things have to do with life, but really, if you do them the wrong way, they may bring you death instead of life. These are the five things. Ochal ve'omad. A person eats, says Rashi, ochal soivo, you had a good Shabbos meal, a gishmak meal, and you straight away get up. Yeah, it's not healthy. The Rambam says too, you have to sit, ingest it, digest it, and then get up. Don't get up too soon, too quick, too sudden after the meal. Shosa ve'omad, you drink and you right away get up. I don't know if it's water or wine, yeah, but whatever the drinking is, stay there a little bit and then get up. Yoshan ve'omad, if you sleep, don't don't overstay in bed because, wake up for Shachris, as it says in all the Halacha and the Musar, but don't get up too abruptly, too briskly. That's also not good to get up. Yeah, stay a little bit and then get up. Hikis dam ve'omad. Oh, that's the star of the show. If you do a kozes dam and then you stand up straight away, it's for sure not healthy. Yeah, because you're in a sensitive situation. A kozes dam. And then shimish mitose ve'omad. A person who has relations with his wife shouldn't jump up right away. Should wait a little bit and then get up. Omer Shmuel. Now let's see how frequently does one have to do the Akoza Saddam. Omer Shmuel. Pulsa dedama. Pulsa is time. Like Proisa Pesach, when it comes. How often, in what frequency shall you do the dam, the Hakozas dam? Pulsa dedama. Kol Tlosin Yomin. Once every 30 days, that's a preferred time how you pace your Hakozah Saddam. Ben Prokim here means not Prokim of Krishma, Ben Prokim when you get older. When you get to the new chapter in life. Ben Prokim says Rashi, for example, when you're 40. When you're 40, you're already more or less half your life. You make sure Ben Shivim Shono, Shmonim Shono. Around your 40, you're already Perik, a new chapter, a new fraction in your lifespan, a new chapter, a new milestone. Ben Prokim Yimait. Then you should pace it down. Yeah. Then you should have less. Yeah. You should minimize the frequency, and therefore, says Rashi, once in 2 months. 2 months instead of 1 month. You should do once in 2 months. You should have your kozas done. Oh, ben Prokim. When you get the next 20 years, when you're 60, yachzor v'yimayit, then again, you should lessen, you should downgrade your hakozas dam to once in 3 months. Gomer Shmuel, says Shmuel, Pulsa de Dama, which day of the week is a preferred day to do the Akozas Dam? Chad b'Shabsa, Sunday, Arba'o, Wednesday, Umal Shabsa, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Friday. So Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday are good days for Hakozas Dam. Aval, who's left out? Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Let's first talk about Monday and Thursday. Aval Sheni v'Chamishi loy. Don't do Hakozas Dam. Sheni v'Chamishi. Why not? The Omar Mar says Mar, Mi sheyesh lo zchus ovois. Only he should yak his dam b'Sheni v'Chamishi. If you're a special super duper with zchus ovois, you have protection shamayim, you can do a kozas dam Monday and Thursday. Otherwise, don't. If you're a regular Joe Schmo folk, if you're a regular person, don't do a kozas dam Monday and Thursday. Why not? Shebeis din shalman v'shalmata shovin ke'echod. Yeah, explains Tosfos. Explains Rashi. Do Rashi. Says Rashi. Every day, Hakadosh Baruch Hu judges people. It's true that we have a din on Rosh Hashanah. If you learn the sugin on Rosh Hashanah Daf Zayin, it says also that Hashem judges the world every day. So every day, in a way, Hashem judges what's going on. The great din is on Rosh Hashanah, but there is, more like localized din on every day. What did you do today? What's going on with you today? Hashem is not allowing the world to go hefker welt. So now, every day there's din Shemaim. On Monday and Thursday, Ezra Sofer made a takana. Monday and Thursday should be a din of Beis Din. Yeah, to organize it. Anybody who has Beis Din cannot just wait for you every day. Yeah, they organize this. They basically compartmentalized it to Monday and Thursday. That's when Beis Din should sit. Oh, so both din of Shemaim and din of Aretz, when do they both function? Yeah, when do they both overlap? Monday and Thursday. That's bad news. Why? Because again, says Rashi, because it's a sakana. At the end of the day, avanoisav nizkorim. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing to do a kozas dam. It's important but dangerous. Think operation, surgery, right? Some surgeries are necessary, right? And now surgery many times is dangerous. You don't do a surgery in the 9 days if you can avoid it, if you can postpone it, right? You don't. It's a time of sakana if you can choose. Yeah, you should never need any of them. Yeah, but I'm saying this is here too. A kozas dam, there's always an element of sakana. So when there's din above and din below, then you lay low. Lower your profile, please, and don't do a kozas dam. That's Monday, Thursday. But klasa b'Shabbos my time alone. Why is it on Tuesday? What's wrong about Shlisha b'Shabbos? Why didn't you do the kozas adam then? Here starts the whole astronomy business. Mishum, you know why not? The kaimele ma'adim bezavi, which means I'll give you the short version and then the long version in Rashi. We're going to see Rashi inside. Very fascinating Rashi. Ma'adim in English is called Mars. One of the 7 stars. We know there are more than 7 stars, but the 7 stars which are hashkafically important and give hashpah to the world. Of course, Hashem runs the world, but many times Hashem gave some koach to the stars. The Rambam says that. Yeah, Hashem gave under His control. Each star has a hashpah, especially for Goyim, but also for Yidden if we're not following the ways of Hashem. So the Ma'adim, when Ma'adim, Mars, is like the influential power, yeah, that's not a good time. Now, that's in general. Ma'adim, Dam, Adom, yeah, the one who's born in the under the sign of Ma'adim will be a blood, right? Will be bloodthirsty. We'll see at the end of the Masechta. No. Very good, very good, very good. Now, certain days of the week, and we're going to see in Rashi how that works, Ma'adim comes to be mashpia in Shemaim, yeah, in an hour that's an even hour. In other words, every hour it's like a Ferris wheel. The stars, the follow one follows the other, and they're like appearing in Shemaim, mashpia on the world, one after the other. Now, so you have the first hour of the day, second hour of the day, third hour of the day. The days in which Ma'adim is mashpia in an even hour, even as opposed to odd, yeah, the 4th, 6th, 8th hour, Ma'adim is mashpia in an even hour when? On Tuesday. Now, why is even bad? Because they have also again psochim of zugos, right? Today, we're not choishesh, most of us, yeah? Zugois, when you have something in pairs to drink 2 cups of water, the Gemara says it's not good. They say today or not, you shouldn't worry about it. But anything that's double, that's an even number, can bring in the shadim. So when you have such a bad combination of madim and a double hour, an even hour, not a great idea. Not such a great time. We will see Rashi Bezos Hashem, but this is in general what's going on here. And that happens on Tuesday. And therefore on Tuesday, don't do a kozas dam. Frag the Gemara, if so, Mali Shabbos Sanami Friday also. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the screen shaking. Mali Shabbos Sanami Yikame Bezavi. Mali Shabbos Friday. It also Madim is also comes into the celestial scene and is mashpia and influencing also in an even hour. So why do you do the Kozas Adam on Friday? Answers the Gemara, which means here's a very, very, very important concept, which I wish I had more time to explain or to learn it myself, to be honest. There's a concept of Dashu Be'Rabim. Dashu Be'Rabim means, you have to be very careful when you explain it. Dashu Be'Rabim means that many people already did it. It became a very common thing, and nobody seems to be affected by that. Let me explain. Rashi says, on Friday, a lot of people do a kozas dam. Why? Because not everyone has money for a fancy meal. Not everyone has money to start buying a steak and red wine. It's not affordable, and this is what you need. So what do people do? How do people save on their seudas hakoza, which is extremely important? What do they do? They do the hakoza on Friday, and the seuda of Shabbos. What do we eat on Shabbos? What is a good deed eat on Shabbos? Fish. Gefilte fish, charaima, dag marokai. It's always fish. And it says in Maseches, I think of the Zohar, that fish is also very good for kozas dam. That's when in the olden days, people used to get married on Friday. The marriage was Friday, and the Sudas Chasana was Leil Shabbos. That's how they saved on the meal. Yes, 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 yes. Like Corona chasanas were beautiful, right? We did one. Yeah, nice and yeah, amazing. Anyway, so basically, what's the story here? Since it became the norm, so even though it's dangerous, it's not as dangerous as going into Gaza. Not as dangerous as going to the lion's den. It's dangerous with the ruchnius kind of aspect. Since it became normal, the Hashem already shomer people, they shouldn't be affected by it. Yeah, you don't. If it's not the norm by people, don't be the first Ober Chacham to jump into doing the Akoza Saddam. But let's say Tuesday, because Tuesday is not healthy. Tuesday people don't do it. You don't be the one to tempt Kivyochol, the Ruchni side here, which is not good for Akoza Saddam. Friday it became so normal. Dashu, people already walk through that path of doing Akoza Saddam on Friday. Hashem already looks after those who are petty, who are foolish. It's foolish to do it, but Nushoin, everyone does it. It doesn't seem to be so directly dangerous. That's, by the way, the only reason why you have a justification to eat junk food, by the way, you should know that. Although, why isn't Mamish also to drink Coke? It would be Mamish also to drink Coke and eat white flour and sugar. It's dangerous, right? Elamai, one second. The danger is there. I'm against it, except for Shabbos. Elamai, but because it's not an immediate danger, not like shooting yourself in the head, and everybody does it, it's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do, but it's not mamish osir. It's not as osir as jumping off a cliff. I'm saying that's what I hope I'm not making a mistake here. This is what I understood from my Rebbeim throughout the years of learning. But I would like to learn this subject more in depth, I admit. This is a Bekiyas share. Please remember that. Yes, I want to listen to your question. Oh, very, very nice. Yafeh. Wednesday, says Toisfus, Wednesday at the end of, very nice question. Wednesday at the end of the day, also, there is, one second, Wednesday at the end of the day, Ma'adim, Mars is influential, but at the end of the day, nobody does a koza. I guess the doctor's office is closed. I don't know why. Otherwise, towards the end of the day, it's not mashpia. By the way, nighttime, the other days, Ma'adim is influential by night, but by night, people don't do a koza. You don't go to doctor by night normally. Yeah? That's Mimela, it's not mashpia. Sunday, no. Sunday, the Ma'adim is never there in an even hour, only in odd hours. Again, if we have time, I'd really like to go through the Rashi. I just want to get somewhere and then hope to get to Rashi. Weiter. Omer Shmuel, more about the day of the Akosa. Daled, Dehu Daled, meaning Wednesday, which is also the fourth of the month. Daled Dual Biasam, yeah, the fourth of the month. Daled, let's say Tevis, which falls Wednesday, which is on the 14th of the month. Daled Usim Arbo, a Wednesday, which is the 24th of the Hebrew month, of the Hebrew date, yeah. In other words, a Wednesday that's combined with another four. What's Wednesday? The fourth day. The fourth day combined with either the fourth, the 14th of the or the 24th of the month, then or Dalet Delek Arba Basrei, a Wednesday that doesn't have 4 days following it. It's the very last Wednesday of the month that there are no 4 days of the month remaining. Yeah, it's Dalet of, let's say, Chavtes, Kafches of the month. Sakanta, that's a Sakono. Yeah, from some reason, the 4 and 4, maybe it's also the concept of Zugos, I don't know. But again, the combination of 4 is not a good thing for a Kozas Dam. Rosh Chodesh v'sheni loy chulsha. To do a causes dam on Rosh Chodesh or the second day of the month causes you weakness. It's not danger. It's not dangerous, but it's weakening. Shlishi loy sakono. The third day of the month, Gimel Tavas Teves, Gimel Shvat, Gimel Odor is a sakono. Similarly, Mali Yom Tava Chulsha, Erev Yom Tov, if you do that, causes dam Erev Yom Tov, it causes you weakness. So don't do that. Why? Don't go into Yom Tov when you're weak. Mali Yom Santa Sakanta. Soon you're going to see why. Erev Shavuos is a sakana to do causes dam. As opposed to other Yomim Tovim, Davka Erev Shavuos is mamash a sakana to do the causes dam. The gozu abon and a kula mal yom tava mishum yom tava that seres. Chachami made a gzera. Don't do a causes adam on erev yom tov. Sakona atu yom tov that seres. Why is erev yom tov of Shavuos so much more dangerous than any other day? The nafik bezika, a certain wind, which is saw in the Meforshim in the Dilshu booklet, they brought down Meforshim. Zika means wind in Aramaic, and here Zika means like a spiritual wind, like a bad spirit, some bad energy there. Vishmei Tavoach, and the name of that bad malach is Tavoach, the one that's shechted, that's slaughtered. What does it mean slaughtered? Diloi kiblu Yisrael Torah avetovach lo lebesarayu veledamayu. If Bnei Israel wouldn't have accepted the Torah, he would have shechted them and they would have he would have shechted, slaughtered them, flesh and blood. So Mimela the sakana, don't deal with your own flesh and blood on that time. So a very nice pshat. What's pshat in that bad spirit? I'm sorry, I don't have more depth today, but basically said very nicely. They brought down in the deal that it's a tvi on Bnei soil. Had we not accepted the Torah, we should have been dead. Did we really accept the Torah? Every Shavuos is Yom Adin. Where are we holding vis-a-vis the Torah? Are we investing enough in Torah? Are we really licked in Torah enough? Are we really there as much as we should be? Quality, quantity, commitment, that's a thing. So Mimela, that's a tviyah. He would have shechted us, that we shouldn't shecht, don't do a cause of Saddam. There's a similar idea. Why is it called tavuach? Not tavuach, but tavuach, slaughtered. Because at the end of the day, Baruch Hashem, he didn't slaughter us, we slaughtered him. because we did accept the Torah. That's what's called tavuach, the one that was shechted. Well, the Ma'aser, there's still a new sakana every Erev Shavuos. There's always a test again. Like, every Yom Tov is a new ashpo, right? The same ashpo as before, but a new way. Yeah, almost more. I want to get not too far because I want to see the Rashi. Omar Shmuel, Ochal Chita, says the Ritva, we're talking about 1 grain of wheat. A person ate 1 grain of wheat only, the hikis dam, and then he did a causes dam. Lo hikis eloloi sochita, what a waste of time and money. A causes dam is only good to balance the heaviness of that chita. Yeah, which means it's not something that helps his his health, because at the end of the day, all it's going to do, food always makes you feel heavy, and the hakaza only takes away the heaviness of that food, but it's not going to help your blood circulation. Obazoi says the Gemara, "V'hani mili," that's only true l'refuah. If your hakaza was for health reasons, meaning you want to make yourself healthier, then in a chinami you missed the boat, because all it does is the blood that you let out is there to balance the heaviness of the carbohydrates of the chita. Avalo kuli mekel, that is good, which means if you want to do that causes dam, not to be healthier, but just to lighten. Interesting. Again, the blood is heavy on you. We don't understand what it means. You have the heaviness from the blood. You want to just let out blood and feel lighter. That helps even if you had the meal, even if you had the food. What? Right, I don't know. Oh, there's like general refuah, and there's just bloodletting to let out some, not to have extra blood in the system. Very interesting. I make his dam, continues the Gemara. I make his dam, a person who's make his dam, tia le'alto. Drinking, he should drink straight away. Okay, right? Shtir le'alta, 1 second. Yeah. Achila ad chatzi meal. You want to eat after kozas adam, which you should eat up to the distance, the time that it takes to pass a distance of half a meal. Ibailo, half a meal is not a lot. It's 3/4. It's about 10 minutes or so, 13 minutes. It's about between 10, because I know it's not a long time. Ibailo, comes a question. Shtia le'alta, what did you mean when you say to drink straight away? Are you saying shtia le'alta me'ali, drinking straight away is good after kozas adam, aval bosar ochi kashi? If you drink after, you wait more than the immediate amount of time. You wait a bit more. Is it bad for you? Or dilma lo kashi v'lo ma'ali, or maybe it's not bad and not good. Teku, we don't know. Ibailu, another question. Achila ad chatzimilu de kamali. When you said you're supposed to eat up until half a meal time after the koza is kamali, it's good. Abosar achi umekami hachi. After that and before that kashi, it's bad. But dilma lo kashi v'lo ma'ali, teku. Either, or maybe means after you ate, before after, it's nishtay teku. I want to go back to Rashi in the 5 minutes that we have and see this business with the stars. Look at Rashi, the Kaimel Madim Bezavi. Rashi, the Kaimel Madim Bezavi. Okay, says Rashi. Yeah. Shemazal Madim is Shamish boy Besho'ois Zugois. Mazal Madim serves. Mazal Madim is in charge. Yeah, in even times, even hours of the day. Mazal Ma'adim emuna al cherev, al dever, al poronios. Mazal Ma'adim is in charge of all bad things. Sword, lolein wars, dever, diseases, pandemics, poronios, adversity, vazugois koshin. And zugos are also difficult, yeah? Zugos are also, they're negative. Zugos is a negative thing, even things. Shenashus l'shedim, yeah, because when you drink two things together, where it's used to be, or even hours, 2, 4, 6, the difficult hours. Oh, now says Rashi, Shatzam Chankal. What Shatzam Chankal? These are the Rosh Tevis, yeah, these are the acronyms of the seven important celestial bodies, planets, stars, whatever. Seder Shois, Shenitlo Me'oros V'Amazolos, when Hashem placed the Me'oros and Mazolos in Shamayim on Wednesday, Shor Rishona Shel Daled Be Shabbos, the first star to shine on Wednesday, which is when Hashem created the stars, Shemesh Shabbatoi, that's Shatzam Chankal, Shabbatoi, Saturn, yeah, Ubashnia Tzedek, afterwards Tzedek, Jupiter, Vacharav Madim, afterwards Mars, Madim, Vacharav Chama, the sun, Vacharav Noiga, afterwards Venus, Vacharav Koichav, afterwards, wait, Koichav is Jupiter, or Koichav is, how's Koichav called? Pluto, I think. Vacharav Levona, Kochav is Pluto. V'acharav Levon, afterwards the moon. Nimtzu zayin mazolis lezayin shois. So this Venus is Noiga. Yeah. Nimtzu zayin. What? Maybe Uranus is one of them. You're right. I'm not sure. Nimtzu zayin mazolis lezayin shois. So 7 mazolos, each one controls the 7 shois. Really short for time. I'm sorry. Yeah. V'choizrim chalila, and they go back lo'olam. Yeah. Nimtzu beseder zel lo'olam simona mazolis mushamshi v'tchilas leil shavua. I would skip a little bit, go a few lines down because that's most important. Seder tchilas simone hayomim. Oh, when you start counting from the beginning of the day, not the night, which is when people are active, it's chalam katznash. Shor rishon shalechot b'Shabbos chama. The first star that appears on Sunday is the sun. By the way, that's why going called Sunday sun. V'shel sheni b'Shabbos lavono. The second day of the week, right? The first star that appears in the sky is the moon. That's what's called Monday. V'shel shlishi b'Shabbos madim. The third one, yeah, the first star of the third is Madim. Madim Mars, Martes in Spanish. In Spanish and French, all the names follow what Rashi is saying now. Yeah, nimtza ma'adim choizo b'chalila b'shosh minis bayoim. Let's focus on Tuesday. So Tuesday, if you have ma'adim in the first hour and 7 hours later, what happens? The 8th hour, bingo! The 8th hour is when ma'adim is now influential. The yizugos, last time I checked, the 8th hour is an even hour. Aval shar yomim, the other days, ein ma'adim yizugos shaloim, im lo balayla. The other days, Ma'adim will never fall in an even hour, only in an odd hour. Only by night they have even hours. Valala and Derech Lok is at night, it's not normal to be making. Very good. Yeah? So Lemais, yeah, all the names in French, Spanish, and Italian, they go according to that. Rashi continues more. Venus, yeah, is the Viernes, Venus is Friday, v'chule v'chule. Saturn, Shabbos, Saturday. Yeah. Very interesting. They're going to get from us, of course. Okay, I would finish here. We have another moshel now about Machiz Rav. I'm tempted to do it now, but I don't want to do it now. Okay, guys, tomorrow, Emir Hashem, hopefully we'll be finishing the perek. Who wants to bring a lot of cream cakes and a can of Coke? Okay, fine. Joking. I'm going Thursday, and Rab David will take. Yeah, Rab David. Yeah, we all vote for Rab David. Vote for David to give share next week if you want. I don't put you on the spot, but Atzlacha bracha. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we're still here this week, and let's be matzliach be'ezras Hashem in everything we do. All the hostages should come back soon. Let's daven for them. Atzlacha bracha. Kol tuv.